Hello Flosstube friends, hi, welcome. It's Emma from Rose Cottage Creates, filming today from an absolutely glorious sunshiny Southport. The weather looks beautiful and looks like it's going to be like this all weekend, so yeah, how glorious. So I decided to film bright and early on Friday the 11th of July, and this is Flosstube number 6. The weeks are flying by. Absolutely flying. I always think that I'll come on sooner, and then before I know it, we're about 3 or 4 weeks in. So welcome. I never really have a routine of when I'm going to film. I'm not one to sort of say I'm going to film every 2 weeks or every month. So I'm a bit sporadic really. So I'm popping up today to say a big hi and a huge thank you. Thank you for any new subscribers. Hi, welcome, thank you again if you're returning and want to watch more of me babbling on about all kinds. It's so lovely, it's such a lovely community and it's growing each time I post a video, which is just wonderful and super exciting that, you know, I started off with about 30 followers, which I was thrilled about, that 30 people wanted to watch me, and now I think we're almost up to nearly 300, which is incredible, seeing as that I've not been here for long. So yes, thank you everyone, thank you anyone that's mentioned me. I want to say a huge thank you to Lynsey from Stitching, I've wrote it down, Stitching Magic 111. She kindly mentioned me in her last Flosstube video, so that was absolutely delightful to get a mention, especially when it's very unexpected, and that people have obviously found my little old channel and decided to give me a shout out. And again, Ellie as well, so the lovely Ellie from Stitching Bee, she's just said lovely gorgeous happy things about me, which is delightful. So yeah, thank you both of you. Like I say, it's so lovely to get a mention and get a little shout out. So I'll link both of them. They've both got wonderful floss tubes, some great videos, so I'll link those down in the description below if you want to go and check them out. And I am super delighted that hopefully, well, I will be meeting the wonderful Ellie next year, because yeah, I've got tickets for the Big Stitch North next year. Yay! I'm so excited. So I've never ever been to a retreat before. And I know they've done, so I think they've done one in, I think it was 2004. That was their first one, the Big Stitch North retreat in Rotherham. And obviously I knew nothing about it. I certainly probably didn't really know anything about cross stitching at that point. So then I'd heard about it a couple of weeks ago, that there was another one. I don't know whether they're going to run or try and run them every 2 years. So there's another one next year. And it was a bit strange how like the tickets work. So I think if you went to the 2004 one, you were automatically offered a place if you want to go next year. Whereas for anyone that hadn't been before, we had to send an email to a specific email address at something like at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning, and we had to send an email sort of just to register our interest and then see if we were lucky enough to get tickets. I don't know how it worked, I think it was a first come first serve basis. And yeah, sure enough, I was one of those lucky ones. So yeah, I'm delighted. So anyone else that's going to go to Stitch North next year, please let me know, write down below in the comments, because I would love to meet you all. Hopefully you'd all like to come and say hi to me. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for that. So yeah, like I say, first ever retreat, don't really know what to expect. But yeah, delighted, absolutely. I can't wait for that one. So that's not till next year. I have booked a course in August. For anyone that knows me, knows I'm a huge fan of my embroidery and Nikki at the Stitchery. So I'm booked on a course there in August. It's actually I can't say I got my words out, Acufactum, that do the fabric. It's a workshop of theirs, so Nikki's going to include, I think it's maybe like a small design of her embroidery. And then with the fabric, we're making, I'm not sure if they're like small bowls or something, I can't remember, but I saw it and booked it instantly. So I'm going to that, and hopefully there's a few more workshops and things in the pipeline, and then I'm waiting for more dates to be released. And so we'll see what happens. Hopefully some nice stitchy times ahead this year. So yes, that's what's been going on. What else has been going on with me? Last time, I think when I posted my last Flosstube, I'd been busy crafting for my son that was with his school. They were raising money for BB's Hive. So BB was one of the lovely little girls that unfortunately lost her life here in Southport. It will just be coming up to the year anniversary of horrendous of the Taylor Swift dance group. I'm sure that you'll be aware of. So my son was raising money. They were doing craft. They had to do craft things in there because he's in year 6 now, so he's in his last year of primary school. They sort of had a budget and they had to buy things in and make things and try and sell for a profit, and then any money that was raised was going to go towards the charity BB's Hive. So I got my craft on and I made bracelets, charm bracelets, bookmarks, yeah, more bracelets, more loom band bracelets, you name it, we made it. So we had a huge bag of things to take in, and it's quite a small school where Alfie goes. It's only 1 class per year, so it is quite small. But he actually, well, not him himself, but his class raised £572, which I thought was fantastic considering it was a small school. So yeah, so that was lovely. That was a good donation. And then he's been busy with, he's had a transition day because obviously he'll be leaving primary school in just over, well, it's a week. It'll be just under 2 weeks, a week and a half. He'll be done with primary. So he's had a transition day at his high school. So he's been and he's met his teacher, and we've been and had a look around the school and met his form teacher, and he's really excited for that. And then next week he actually goes away on a residential, so he's away Monday night, Tuesday night, home on the Wednesday. So yeah, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be interesting because he's never actually been away from home before. He's a bit of a home bird, Alfie, and the way that things have worked, he's never had like grandparents that he could go and stay with and things. So this will be his first time away from home. So he's delighted. He can't wait. He's super excited. Whereas me and my husband, me and Kev on the other hand, will probably be a nervous wreck. I don't know what we're going to do for 2 nights on our own. And oh God, we'll have to talk to each other. No, Kev will be reading his book and I'll be stitching at the other side of the sofa. That's how it normally goes. So yeah, Alfie will be in his element because they're doing lots of water sports as well. He's doing paddleboarding, canoeing, kayaking, tree climbing, forest building and dens and whatever. So yeah, this weekend will probably be spent packing the suitcase and teaching him how to put his soaking wet, dirty, filthy clothes into a bag, a waterproof wash bag that I've bought for him, and not into his suitcase with all his clean clothes. So yeah, I think this weekend's going to be fun and games. So that's been life lately. Let's get on with the stitching, seeing as that's what you're here for. So yeah, what have we been up to? Where should we start? I'm just going to dive straight in. So as you well know, I'm going to call this a Wip Parade because, to be honest, it's July. Everyone else seems to be doing their little Wip Parade, and everything I show you today is basically all of my whips. So whatever you see is whatever I've got that I'm working on at the moment. So let's go for a Wip Parade. I'm calling it a Wip Parade, and you can see everything that's going on at the moment that I'm working on. So I'll pop a picture and it'll probably be easier. Last time, as you all know, well, if you were here last time and watched my last video, you'll know that I was working on the Witchy Stitcher. It was one of her Patreon designs, a Graveyard Wanderer. I've only got it in black and white, so like I say, I'll pop the picture in here. it'll be easier, it's better for you to see in colour. And I have give this one quite a lot of love, so I'll just quickly whiz over. I think I have mentioned, but for anyone that's new, it's Cactus Wren, 36 count. Is that fox and I think that's fox and rabbit fabric. So yeah, I have been working on this one a fair bit. If I just bring that in there, you can see. So yeah, last time, well, if I can, I'll try and add a picture in as well of where I was up to last time compared to where we're up to today. So I think I've done quite a lot more over here on the light. This is going to be a tombstone and come down with her dress. Using all the called for colours, which are all DMC. So it was quite easy to kit up. But yeah, I love it. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I love this pattern. I don't know what it is. I think the colours work so well together. I think it's just going to be, it's going to be gorgeous. And obviously I want to definitely want to have this done for Halloween. I want it done and dusted. I want to be able to frame this or display it however I decide to display it. But yeah, it's got to be done for Halloween, this one. So yeah, I've got a fair bit more to do on it. There is still quite a lot more to do on it, but we're getting there. We're working our way through it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a lovely pattern to follow. The only thing is there is an awful lot of colour change, so especially in the clothing, it's very sort of like do a stitch, do 2 stitches, and then you're onto a different colour, and then it's another couple of stitches. So it is quite a time consuming pattern, but I don't mind because I love it so much. So yeah, that's the Witchy stitcher. Loving that one. And I noticed when I was getting all my all my cross stitching patterns out, a lot seemed to be quite dark or Halloween based, and yeah, I don't know what that says about me really, but I don't know whether that seems to be my vibe at the moment. But everything I seem to like or pick or go for seems to kind of have that Halloween vibe or that dark kind of gothic vibe. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on at the moment, because I know it's Jolly July, isn't it? Everyone's talking about Jolly July and Christmas in July, and I don't know, I'm not feeling that Christmas vibe at the moment. Without going into too much detail, Christmas was a bit grim for us this year just gone. So my mum was very, very poorly, and yeah, I don't know whether that slightly tainted Christmas a little bit for us. Yeah, we had a bit more sadness as well a good couple of years ago around Christmas. So we're not making it sad and gloomy. It's Jolly July. It's just not Jolly Christmas July for me. So don't think I'll be doing much Christmas decorations and things at the moment. So maybe that's why I'm in my dark gothic Halloween kind of vibe. I don't know. But let's just see. So anyway, the next one, this was a free pattern. This is the Primitive Hair, and it's called Protection. Again, I've only got the black and white copy there. I've got it. I'll add the pictures in, because I know obviously it's better for you to see it in colour. So I believe this was a free pattern. Somebody had mentioned it on their Instagram, and apparently if you go onto the Primitive Hair, her Instagram account, I think there was a post once where you could get this, but I have now also, she's also become, I've become a member on her Patreon, so she is now on Patreon, the Primitive Hair, and you could get it. We managed to get the pattern through that as well. So rambling on, I'll just show you. So I'm working, it's quite an easy, there's not much to this one really. So I'm doing it on a 30, everything I do cross stitch wise is on 36 count. I don't know why, that just seems to work well for me. So this is a 36 count Weeks Dye Works mocha. I think it was just a scrap that I had left over. I'm sorry, I've kept everything in hoops because I've got them in, and I've got them in nice and tight, so I'm gonna leave it there. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a lovely one. I really like this. So it's basically just black 310 DMC. Lovely, really straightforward. Saying that, I'm sure there is another, so there is another colour that goes in for the filling. I can't remember what that one is off the top of my head. But yeah, there is another colour that's going to go in to the filling. But to be honest, let me know what you think. I quite like it just with the black. I really like it just with the black outline. And I'm very, very tempted to just keep it as that. Really simple. But I think it's going to be really effective. I like the colour. It's a nice dark, sort of a coffee brown sort of colour. What I'll probably do is I'll work the whole piece. I'll work the bird all in the black, and then maybe take it from there once it's done. Maybe see what I think. But yeah, please let me know what you think. But I really do think it's going to be quite effective, just as it is just in the black. But yeah, that's a great little freebie, little pattern that's coming along lovely. And like I say, pretty straightforward, especially with it only being the one colour as well. So yeah, really enjoying working on that one. Again, I need to give that one a little bit of love at the moment. What else have we got going on? So I love, I've got a finish. I was just about to say, I love Stacy Nash of Animal Crackers. If you go back a few videos ago, you'll see I done my first, which was the bunny. And I did have a bit of a drama. Well, actually a very big drama. It cross-stitched up fine, it came together fine. It was the sewing up and putting it together that didn't go fine. I have a love-hate relationship with my sewing machine. I love it. The sewing machine hates me. We just don't get on. We don't work very well. And I am seriously thinking of whether to hand stitch the next one. I've heard a few people have given me some advice. I mentioned a few different things to try. Someone has actually told me that Stacy Nash does hers by hand as well. So that's filled me with confidence. Maybe it's not just me. Maybe she also has this love-hate relationship with her machine. I don't know, but I'd like to hope so. So I have another finish, another Stacy Nash Animal Cracker. That is Humphrey. Oh, little Humphrey the elephant. Isn't he adorable? I love him. Absolutely love him. So he was done on all the call for colours, which are Weeks Dye Works. And let me just see, where did I put my notebook? Oh, just dropped my notebook, let's see. And I'll let you know, just in case anyone's interested, I'll let you know what he was stitched on. Let me see, Humphrey. I started him on the 15th of the 5th as well. So he didn't take too long, considering that I've had started a lot of other projects as well. So he is stitched on, again, 36 count, and it's Weeks Dye Works Parchment. For anyone that's interested in that colour, that's a lovely colour. It's a real, I know it's a lovely creamy, kind of like a buttermilk. I think he works really well on that colour. I like him a lot. I've just left him because I'm so scared of finishing him now. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Any advice? Any virtual hugs and virtual guidance? Please send my way, because I'm going to need it for poor old Humphrey. And I don't know what to back him in. Last time when I'd done Bunny, I just used the same linen to back that one in. But this time I'm not sure what to do for Humphrey. I might find a material, try and back him in a nice material. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's a cutie. So he's done, he's complete. And what I think I think I am probably always going to have an animal cracker on the go because I love them. I just think they're lovely patterns. I think they're really cute. All of the animals are adorable. So the next one that I picked to work on is bobbin. So again, another popular one. It's the little mouse. Sorry if there's a reflection there. The little mouse sat on the bobbin. And I think that's the little cushion that you can make up as well, which is cute. So yeah, I've not made much of a start, but I have made a start on bobbin. So you can already see the outline, can't you, that it's going to be a mouse. Obviously the ear up here. Again, call for flosses. Weeks Dye Works, and this one is on, I've got my tag on this, let's have a look what I'm doing bobbin on. Bobbin, I started him on the 2nd of the 7th, so not long ago. So that's probably why he hasn't got a massive start. It's 36 count, Fox and Rabbit, Mayflower, and that is, it's quite a pale one. It's quite a pale linen, but yeah. I love the Weeks Dye Works flosses though. The way they vary in colour is just, it's just gorgeous, isn't it, to get that. I don't know whether you can see it picking it up, but the colour change in it, considering that it's one strand, variegated, isn't it? It's lovely. So yeah, I'm enjoying that one. So I need to give bobbin a little bit more love. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm always going to have an animal cracker on the go because I do love them. And even though that I really, really struggle finishing them, I'll get there in the end, won't I? Or if not, then I'll give them to someone that can finish them for me and make them beautiful. And I won't be able to take the credit for that, will I, unfortunately? So what else are we working on? I actually went to start a new project the other day. And again, like I was saying before, it is another kind of dark Halloweenish one. It was the Witchy Stitcher, and it was, let me think, it was the medicine. Oh, did I write it down? What was it called? It was the medicine. It was called the difference between medicine and poison. Again, I'll pop a picture in. I've got a picture, so I'll add that in here. I'd ordered some fabric. Let me just grab it. I'd ordered some fabric. I placed an order with 123 Stitch the other day. Their shipping is incredible, isn't it? Oh, sorry for the bag ripping open. Their shipping is unbelievable. So first of all, A, it's really reasonable. B, it's coming over from America. And C, it's normally here within about a week, which I think is unbelievable. So yeah, I can't rate that website enough. I think it's amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'll show you the other fabrics, what I bought from there in a bit. But just while I'm talking about this specific pattern, so I bought a piece of fabric, which, let me just tell you, it's Picture This Plus, 36 count Shadow, it's called. And I saw it on a website and thought that would be perfect for this pattern. So I'm hoping, put my board behind it. Oh, I don't know, is it better if you see? There, you can, oh, I don't know. Right, if I half it, let me just see. So it's a very, very dark, it's darker than I thought. It's gorgeous. You can see all like the swirls. Even though it's black, it's got all these swirls of grey through it. Oh, I think that's picking it up quite well, isn't it? So it's a gorgeous piece of fabric. And I went to start it yesterday. Oh my gosh, send me help. Well, I can't do it. I don't give up on many things in life, especially when it comes to craft. I can't see. There is no way I can work that pattern on this fabric. I just can't see it. I've tried, I've had my light, I've had my magnifying glasses, I changed my glasses and got some like a real high magnification. I sat outside, I sat back inside, I had a light directly on it, everything. I've tried everything, and it's so difficult for me to see that it wasn't going to be enjoyable. I pulled the thread out and I was like, do you know what, I think I'm just gonna have to put that one down to a mistake. I can't do it. I don't want to have to work on something that I'm not going to enjoy stitching on, or that is specifically, you know, I have to sit outside or directly in sunlight, and it's just not going to happen. It's not going to work for me, and I don't want to strain my eyes. I don't want to put them under any more stress. Well, I can vaguely still see at the moment. No, my eyes aren't that bad, but well, I didn't think they were, but obviously they are on this. So I don't know what to do. What a gorgeous piece of fabric that now is just no good. Well, no good for me anyway. So if there's any recommendations, you've seen the pattern. I'm desperate to stitch the pattern. I love the pattern. I am fully aware that it would have looked much nicer on a darker fabric. I know it couldn't have been a more perfect fabric. I would have loved to have done it on this. I just physically can't. I've got to admit that it can't be done. So if there's any recommendations, anything that you think would work with that pattern, please let me know. Type down below in the comments. I'd love to hear. If you know, I was thinking of maybe like a dark grey. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of Ada. That's just personal preference. So I'm sure it'll probably be easier on my eyes. It'll be easier to stitch, but I personally don't like Ada. So it's got to be a linen. I definitely want it on a linen. But yeah, like I say, if you can think of anything, please let me know, because I'm gutted about that. It's beautiful, but it ain't gonna work for me, so never mind. Yeah, like I say, maybe a grey. I don't know, maybe a nice dark grey. Just let me know. That'd be amazing. Anyway, back to the stitches. I'll show you all the haul at the end, because I've got a few more bits that I picked up from 1, 2, 3 stitch and some of the little bits, but I will keep going with the patterns for now. So another one that I absolutely love, I came across Barbarana. I think in my last Flosstube video I'd shown the free pattern that I had of hers, and the one with the straw, she's holding the key and it's got like the strawberries dangling. I made it into my travel stitching case. I've mounted it onto the box of that. If you're interested and you haven't seen it, it's all in my last video. So if you want to go and check that out. But it made me sort of research a bit more into the Barbarana designs and her patterns, and they are beautiful. I think some of them are absolutely gorgeous. And I'd seen somebody, so this pattern I'd thought about for a while, and I'd seen somebody else had stitched it on their Flosstube, and it's Barbarana, and it's called the Mad Hatter Dreams. Again, that's the black and white, because obviously I've got it PDF. So again, I'll pop it in here and you can have a little look. But I think it's a brilliant pattern, and it says we're all mad here, and we definitely are, because I quite often say that you've got to be mad to live here. We all mad, the more mad the better. So it couldn't be more fitting really, because it is a madhouse. So it's my madhouse. So this is where I've got to. So I've just made a start at the very top. All colourful colours, all DMC. So yeah, I've made a start. I haven't changed any of them. So I think this is obviously going to be the top of the hat. Again, a bit of colour change in there, but yeah, isn't the fabric fab? I hope I've chose the right one for this piece, because it's actually the finished piece is on a darker fabric. But I don't know, I had this fabric in. I bought this fabric, I think this was from the Stitchery. So Nikki's sister Sarah, I've mentioned her loads before. She's now got her own website, the Stitchery Sisters, and she's got the most gorgeous fabric. So this one is, again, 36 count, Picture This Plus Legacy. So yeah, and there's plenty of it as well, but isn't the colour just fab? I love, 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 love. I don't know whether you'll see it. Oh, you'll see it better there, actually. I think you see it. All the mottling effect. I think it's gorgeous fabric. So yeah, I hope, again, let me know if I haven't made the right choice in fabric. It's tough because I ain't changing it now. I have stitched enough on it, so I'm going to carry on and hope that it will look lovely. See, being quite new to cross stitch, I haven't sort of what's the words, I kind of get a pattern and stick to the pattern. So if it says use this thread, I'll use this thread, and I haven't really tried anything, changing colours and changing fabric. So I'm just hoping that it goes, like I say, because it was on a darker fabric, I'm hoping that it will go. But I think with the mottling effect, I think it'll give enough depth with the colours. So yeah, I'm looking forward to stitching a little bit more on that. It's like I say, I really like, and I've actually seen a lot more of her patterns that I also really, really like. That I'm tempted to get some more of hers. I think there's some lovely patterns that she does. Right, next one. Now again, I saw this one on somebody's, I think it was on somebody's Instagram, and it's by, let me just check, I've got it wrote down, it's by Tidy Patterns that are on Etsy. And there's quite a few patterns on there, but this one, there was just something about this one that I loved. So again, pop the picture in, don't know what side it's going to be, but I'll pop the picture in and you can see the pattern. I've done this on Picture This Plus Vellum, do I need to say, 36 count yet again. This is going to be all the call for colours, all DMC, and I love it. So again, I've only started with the black 3110 DMC. I've only started with the black so far, but honestly, just those few stitches, I can tell that it's going to be a beauty. I love it. Look at that. So there's a face, obviously, already, and then look at the way it's already formed stars, so I need to add some colour in to that. But yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was a lovely pattern. I was really drawn to this one, and again, I hope I've picked a good enough fabric for it. The one on the pattern looked a bit darker, quite a darker creamy buttermilk, so I don't know, but we're going with it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. Like I say, it was on somebody's Instagram, and they were quite far through with this pattern, and it looked amazing. But the colours look gorgeous, all looks lovely. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this one. I need to spend a bit of time on each one, don't I, and give each one a bit more love. But yeah, some of these are only fairly new. I mean, when did I start? I started this one on the 9th. So yeah, it's not been long. And like I say, with working on so many, although it is, I don't know whether I like working on so many different patterns at one time. I was very much my first Flosstube. If anyone had seen it, I just had the one pattern, didn't I, that I was working on, Mrs. Bingley's library, and I did add an animal cracker in, but yeah, I was kind of just working between the two, and I don't know, I did kind of like that, because although it's probably boring for you because I won't have much to show and talk about, it's nice to just work on one pattern and give it a lot of love, and I like seeing all the stitches, and I like seeing the finished design coming together a little bit more. But yeah, I just decided to start a few more this time around, so we'll see what happens, but I am really enjoying that. And like I say, that was tidy patterns on Etsy, and there's quite a few patterns over there, so go on over and have a look at those if you're interested in that one. And again, another new start. So this one was only yesterday. Did I just start this one yesterday? Yes, I did. On the 10th. This is another Witchy stitcher. I'm sorry, I did tell you that a lot of them at the moment are quite dark and Halloween based patterns. I'm sorry if that's not really your vibe, but that seems to be where we are going at the moment. So this is called Apothecary. I think it's called Apothecary Shop by the Witchy Stitcher, and I am doing this one on 36 count yet again. Picture this plus murky. I'll add a picture in here of the pattern. I absolutely love the pattern. It's quite an easy, straightforward pattern, as in it's just writing and one colour. Again, black DMC 3110. But I just think it's effective, and this material, this linen, I think is just going to make it. I absolutely adore this linen, and I hope you do too. Do you think it's going to look fantastic? Because I'm really hoping. So as you can see, I've only just started in the top corner, and that is going to be the A. In fact, I've just thought now, while I've just looked, do you think that this same material would work for the other one that I was just talking about before? So the black fabric that's too dark for the Witchy stitcher, the medicine and poison. Do you think that this material would work for that pattern? Because like I say, I absolutely love the material. So if you do, please do comment and let me know. Or do you think maybe I'll be best going for like a grey, a darker grey? I'm not sure. Help me out. give me your advice, everyone. But anyway, that's the one for the Apothecary, which I like, which again, I want that done for Halloween. I'm hoping to get these finished and either framed or whatever I'm going to do with them. Ready for Halloween, but yeah, I like it. Like I said, I love the material. I think the material is going to make this pattern. What do you think? Like it? It's lovely, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous material. And that was one that I'd got from 123 Stitch, so that came in my haul that I'd got. But obviously I'm using it now on my Nerge hoop. So I know a lot of people have used these, don't they, for stitching. I'll use the Nerge wooden ones for my embroidery, but I've never used the plastic one for the cross stitch. I don't know whether I love it as much as my Q-snap. I'm not sure. I don't stitch in hand. I just don't know. I couldn't imagine me stitching in hand at all. I like it, and I like the material tight. And at the moment, this isn't overly tight really, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. Like I say, I've got that and I've got my Q-snap, but I do love the Q-snaps. So yeah, that's Apothecary by the Witchy Stitcher. Like I say, let me know about the fabric. What else did I find? So I watch another Flosstube who is Jennifer, and her Flosstube is called Little Paper Bear Co. I'll link it all down below in the description, but I've been watching her Flosstubes for a bit. And the other day she posted, she'd actually posted a finish, little tiny Halloween again, I'm sorry, Halloween finish. And I didn't realise at the time, I watched a video, and basically she has released this pattern. She's made it, she's created it, she's released it, and it is so cute. It's adorable. So it's called Spooky Greetings. I'll pop it in here. I just loved it. So basically it's like a postage stamp, and I've spoke to her, and she said that she is planning on releasing more. She's got plenty more ideas, and I think they're all going to be like these little tiny postage stamps, which I just thought was such a cute idea. So I loved it. I instantly went and bought it. Now it's on, she's got a shop, is it Ko-Fi? I hope I've pronounced that right, Ko-Fi shop. You can go on there, there's links when you go on her, I think it's on Instagram, it'll be on a Flosstube, and there's a link to the shop, but it's like, it's in dollars, but obviously when you buy it and it converts, it's £2.30 in English pound, which is incredible for a pattern. So it is only small, that's it, but like I say, I will have added it up here in colour. So I made a start on it last night, because I think it's so cute, I think it's adorable, and it's on 36 yet again Weeks Dye Works parchment, just because I had a tiny scrap of this left over, so it's not an overly big start, but it's a start. So as you can see, that's the size, you can see there with the light. So it is literally like the postage stamp, so we've gone round the edge first, and then I've just started with the orange to fill in. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more done on that, but yeah, it's cute, isn't it? She's finished it as well, so she's put a video, an extra, Flosstube extra on, showing how she finishes this, which again, oh, it's adorable, it's so cute. So I love Tim Holtz. I'm a big fan of all Tim Holtz crafts, but I love his ranges that he does, and the boxes, and yeah, I've made a few bits, and last year I made some Halloween things as well, which again, it's nothing to do with stitching, but so basically she uses one of the boxes, she mounts her Spooky Greetings postage stamp on a Tim Holtz wooden box and embellishes all around it, and it's given me such a good oh, what's the words? Made me think what I want to do with mine. It's given me a good idea. That's the word I was looking for. It's given me some good ideas of what I can do with this finish. So yeah, go and have a look. If you do like it, I mean, I love it. I think it's adorable. I think a pattern, and if there's more of these patterns to come, then sign me up. They're going to be so cute. But yeah, for £2.30, if you want to head over, again, I'll link it all down below, but it's the Little, I wrote it down, Little Paper Bear Co. is her Flosstube, and it's on her Ko-Fi shop. So cute, so adorable. Can't wait to carry on with this. I think it is going to be, it's going to be a lovely little finish. I'll definitely have this one done for Halloween. Or if I don't, there's a problem, isn't there? I should definitely have this one finished. So yeah, I'll keep you updated and see how that goes. And again, I'm really looking forward to the finish on that one. That, yeah, I've got some good things in mind for that one. So mention that. Oh, there's a new floss tuber who I came across the other day, and I'm just making sure that I've got it right. It's Kerry, and she's from Colourfully Cross Stitched. I think that's right. Again, I'll write it down below in the description. It was just her first video, a quick little bit about her cross stitching, and then she talks also about books. She's quite into books. But video was great, and we've kind of got the same, we were into the same patterns and things. What she was showing, I was quite interested in. She's a big fan of the Witchy Stitcher. So I'd messaged her, we were talking, and then I'd said about the book that she's releasing, and Kerry was like, what? There's a book coming out? I was like, there sure is, it's for pre-order. I think it might actually be out next month. So yeah, I was an enabler. I very much was the enabler for a change. I am normally persuaded by what other people are showing, but yet roles reversed this time. So she instantly went and pre-ordered the book. sorry, not sorry, have no regrets, because it's going to be amazing. So anyone else that's into the Witchy Stitcher that doesn't know, there is a book coming out next month. You can go and pre-order. So yeah, that'll be amazing. Again, more full of Halloween treats, so it'll be right up my street, won't it? But yeah, like I said, I was messaging her, and I think she might have recorded another video. I think she's recorded it and is editing it. Will be going up soon, maybe today, if not today, very, very soon. So yeah, she's got some nice patterns and things. So I'd definitely head over and check her out and see what you think. Definitely give her a hi, subscribe, all that jazz. What else? So that's all my whips. That's everything that I'm working on, everything that I've got on the go cross-stitching wise. That is what I'm working on at the moment. There were no more starts, but there may well be more starts if things carry on the way they are. Although I do need to go and give some of these other patterns a bit more love, don't I? I want to get a good few stitches in some of them. So plans, I never really have any plans. I just kind of go with the flow, work on what I want to work on. But I must admit, I know a lot of people at the moment, there's a lot of talk of the long jog samplers. I've seen a lot on Flosstube, a lot of people talking about these, and they're big. They're big beasts. So I don't know. I'm undecided whether I want to start one. I found one, because I looked through this, there's a lot, there's so many. I have found one that I really do like, and they're quite unusual. So they're normally just stitched in one colour. Obviously you can stitch it how you wish, but they are stitched in one colour. And I quite like that. I quite like the idea of that. So I'm looking at those, and I was watching a Flosstube yesterday. She's shown a beautiful pattern. I don't think she started it yet, but it was from a company called Forest Embroidery. I'd never heard of them before, but this pattern really caught my eye. So yeah, I'll have to see about that. Again, it's quite a big one, and it's one colour again. I don't know why I'm drawn to these at the moment. They're quite dark. I don't know, maybe I'm in a dark place at the moment. Although I feel quite happy and jolly, I don't know, I'm drawn to these kind of one colour Halloween. Anyway, tastes change, and maybe when you see me next time, everything will be so full of colour and bright, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, what's happened to Emma? But yeah, I do like that one. And like I said, I'd never heard of Forest Embroidery, so I went on to their website last night, had a quick browse. My gosh, there is so many free patterns. If anyone's interested, if anyone wants to go and have a look, again, I'll link it down below in the description. But an awful lot of free patterns, quite a lot of animal type, that kind of animal based patterns. I think there was a few Christmas ones on there. There was all sorts, there was an awful lot. So yeah, it's always nice to mention about free patterns, because, well, it's always nice, isn't it? It's always nice to get something for free. It's nice to try. Sometimes as well, I think maybe sometimes it's nice to try a free pattern from that designer. If you've never known of them before, like obviously that was how I got to know Barbarana. I'd never had any of those patterns before. Tried the freebie, and it just gives you a bit of an insight, it's like a tester really, isn't it, to see whether that's going to be your style, or that's going to be your thing, that's going to be your vibe. So yeah, definitely go over there, have a little look, see if there's any free patterns that you like the look of. What else? Just making sure I've mentioned everything I was supposed to talk about. I think I have. So should I just show you? Oh, I've got a little bit of embroidery. I think a lot of you like seeing my embroidery, which is lovely, because for anyone that doesn't know, I've embroidered for 5 years. 5 years I think I've been doing embroidery. Really new to cross stitching, only started that in February. So a lot of my needlework has always been embroidery. So I have been showing a little bit at the end of my embroidery, and the feedback's been lovely. Thank you. You're all so kind. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the love that you give in my embroidery. It's nice to be able to show that off on here as well. So I'll carry on with the cross stitching talk for now. So as you all know, I'd done 1, 2, 3 stitch order. That's where I got the dark fabric from, and the murky, and my embroidery hoop. And I also picked up a bit more fabric, so I got another Picture This Plus. Seems to be my go-to, the Picture This Plus fabric. Do I have to say again, you'll know, 36 counts. And don't even think I'll bother saying the count next time, because you will all know me too well. And this is called Heartland. I got quite a big piece of this one. Again, it's quite mottled. I'm sorry, I've got the sun coming through the window there as well. I don't know whether that's given a good colour match there. Can you see that? It's basically just a creamy colour, and it's got a bit of a, I don't know, is it like a greenish mottle through it? So yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe I'd originally got that to do the tidy pattern, the girl, all the hair and the books. But then I'd started it on something else, so I'm not quite sure why I'd bought that or what I'm going to do with that. I don't know. But I'm sure it will come in very useful. And I got a smaller piece of, again, Picture This Plus. This one is it Velt? V-E-L-D-T, Velt. That's how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure. Again, quite a lot of mottling and a lot more darker. I think I'd originally thought, with all these Halloween patterns that are going on at the moment, I thought that would be quite a nice, it's a bit softer, isn't it? But I like the mottled effect on that. Sorry, it's so gloriously sunshiny and beautiful out there, and got butterflies flying past. It's gorgeous, but all the sun's coming in now, so I'm sorry if it's not picking up the colours too well. Try my hardest to angle it, but you get the gist. So that's another lovely piece of fabric, which I'm sure will most definitely have something stitched on. And then when I was doing the 1, 2, 3 stitch shop, I also added in, talking about my Barbarana, I added in Dreaming Girl. So this is going to be quite a large piece, isn't it, to work on. Sorry again if there's glare. Should have took them all out of the plastic. I love it. It's like me with all the long flowy hair. Yeah, I really like her patterns. And then ironically this morning, I think I've got an email from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and they've got 20% off the Barbarana. I don't think it's all of them. I think it's like the Dreaming ones. Are they a series? Or a lot of the ones with the girls with all like the flowy hair. I think it's 20% off those at the moment, and that's literally just gone on. So I've literally just got the email this morning, which is slightly annoying, seeing as I have just ordered and just received these orders. It's slightly annoying that I may have to now do another order. What a shame. Any excuse, Emma, any excuse. So yeah, I've got that one. Like I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to work on these. And then I was so fortunate the other day to come across a seller on, it was on Vinted. Come across a seller on Vinted, found a pattern. To cut a long story short, found a pattern that I love, went on, as you do, look at their other items. Oh my gosh, it opened a whole can of worms. This lovely lady, Kelly, if you're watching, you'll know who you are. We've been in contact, and I've since bought more patterns from Kelly. unbelievable. She had so many gorgeous patterns. I don't normally have a lot of luck with Vinted and eBay and things, and I was just, talk about being in the right place at the right time. This time I was just blown away. So the patterns were everything I wanted and more. So Kelly, I can't thank you enough. These patterns are going to be so loved and so cherished, and most definitely so stitched. I don't know when we're going to get to it, but we shall. So I'll quickly flip through and show you all of these. As anyone knows, Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread are super hard to get hold of in the UK, and I adore her patterns. I absolutely love them. I really wish that they were slightly more easier to find. Anyway, this was one. Now, I'm not normally like a sampler type kind of person. I know a lot of people do those, the cross stitching samplers. I don't know, they're not normally my sort of thing, but I don't know what there was about this one. There was just, probably because it was with Thy Needle and Thread that I saw it, and I was like, well, that's rather lovely. So that was one of them. So that is called Hannah Ann Wallace. But yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? The colours are just very muted and very soft and very gorgeous. So that was one pattern. I'll whiz through these. Sorry, some of them are in bags. I should have really sorted this out before, shouldn't I? So very organised, as per usual. Last minute, should we do a Flosstube? Yep, let's go for it. Squiggle down a couple of notes and hope for the best. Another Brenda Gervais. Oh, I was so over the moon with this, the snowball. Oh, I've just said about not being jolly in July and Christmas and not exciting me, but I'm really thrilled to get my hands on this pattern. I love the pillows, the small pillows. I've done a lot of those. I don't know if you can see behind some up there of my embroidery. I've done a lot of embroidery ones that I've turned into hanging hearts and pillows and things. But so yeah, I love the pillows. So yeah, again, really absolutely delighted to have got my hands on that one. And another with Thy Needle and Thread. It's let's stay home and stitch. Exactly, my motto. Perfect. That's a lovely one. Again, sort of like made into, it's quite like a longer pillow, that one. So my gosh, I've got so many patterns to get on with, haven't I? Witch's Night Out. Again, another Brenda Gervais. Take it on an angle there so you can see. It's cool, isn't it? The witch with the pumpkins. Again, Halloween, I'm sorry. It's Halloween related. They're not all Halloween related, so you can let me off. Another Brenda Gervais, it's Love Notes. So I think they're probably more for kind of like Valentine type of, that sort of thing. But again, sort of made into these lovely pillows and cushions. And yeah, thrilled, absolutely thrilled to get my hands on these patterns. I thought this one was quite cool. So this is Erica Michaels. I haven't had one of these patterns before, and it's called The Moon is Full. And I think what drew me to this is, I'm sorry about the reflection, but can you see? Look at the little moon. Look at the face in the moon. Oh, there's just something about that moon that I thought, yeah, that's a cute moon. What have we got here? Lucy Beam, not sure of this designer, but again, I really liked it. It's called I Will Find You. And I thought it was quite funny because it says, I don't know who used my fabric scissors, but I will find you. We've all been there. We've all felt like that. So yeah, I just thought that was really funny. That was a really good one. I quite look forward to doing that one. Another Halloween one, it's la-di-da. It's called Something Wicked. So again, these are probably patterns that I wouldn't have, you see that? I wouldn't have necessarily gone out looking for. But when I saw them and I could buy a bundle and saw them all together, I love them, absolutely love them. We've got a Plum Street sampler and it's Cinnamon Stars. Thought that would be quite nice for the autumn. I'm so sorry about the reflection. I do hope that you can see that okay. So it's a house. It looks like there's a little scarecrow down at the bottom and all these pumpkins. So yeah, I thought that'd be quite a nice autumn stitch. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like to work on what's the word I'm looking for? So like now we're in summer, I don't really want to work on summer projects. It is probably a bit bizarre, but probably because I know that I won't have a summer project finished in time for summer, and I'm not one to start a project and then put it away and then I'll pull it back out like next year, or I'd rather start a project and work on it for what's coming up. So like that's probably why I'm doing a lot of Halloween, because in my head I'm thinking if I start these now, I can technically get them stitched and get them done and have them ready for Halloween. So yeah, I don't know whether anyone else works like that, but I like it and it works for me. So like I say, you probably won't see me stitching many summer type things at the moment, even though we are in the summer. So yeah, it's just how we roll. It's just how I like doing it. Stacy Nash, get your teeth in, Emma. Stacy Nash Primitives, and this is Halloween Pinky. So yeah, I'm sorry, again it's a Halloween one, but love Stacy Nash. I've only done her animal crackers patterns at the moment, so that would be quite a good one. And like I said, I love the pillows as well, so I'd like to have a couple of the pillows done for Halloween. So they were all from lovely Kelly, and then once I'd ordered and then I'd got in touch with her and found out that she had more patterns. Would I like to see them? Yes please. Seeing as we're buying patterns and all your patterns seem to be exactly what I would love to stitch, so why not? So a Barbarana, again, I think I'm going to go down the Barbarana route. I really love her stuff, and this is called the Wounded Deer. So yeah, I don't know, it's a bit grim, isn't it, really? Told you I was in a bit of a dark phase at the moment. But yeah, there's something about, I don't know, I think it's the people, the faces. There's something about her designs that just really draw me in. So yeah, like I say, I don't know whether I necessarily would have gone out and looked and ordered this one, but so glad that I have it. I'm pretty sure that these are all going to get stitched as well. Another Barbarana, Butterfly Dreams. Lovely, aren't they? Like I said, I think it's something about the people, it's something about the figures that I just love. I think the details amazing. I'm sorry it's reflecting, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my hardest. The sun's come round. Surprise, surprise, we have more Halloween. But this is Blackbird design. So again, I have not tried anything by these designers. I've seen this before and it's drawn me, so I'm really glad it's casting a spell. And I think what they've done is so that it's like a box, and then they've filled the box. It's a sewing box, but then it's with 2 extra pin cushions. So I'm guessing though that you can make them into whatever you want, can't you? You know, if I stitch all of them and make them all into pillows or into a picture or whatever I want to do with them, it doesn't matter, does it? So yeah, Looking forward to trying that one. Looking forward to trying new designers as well. Like I was saying before about the freebies, you know, sometimes it's a good way to get to know about them and see if you like reading the way the charts, you know, the way they chart things, and yeah, just seeing their vibe really. Then we've got another Plum Street samplers. This one is called Hare's Halloween. And I just think that is cute, isn't it? Look at them. The little hares. It looks like they've got like balloons, doesn't it? The little ones, the little hares at the back. Looks like they're holding these. Are supposed to be like balloons with bats on them. So yeah, again, I just think they'll be really cute for Halloween. And another one, which now looking at it is very like, it's my Apothecary and the Witchy Stitcher. This, it isn't the same, but yeah, I don't know whether I will do this one, or whether it's too similar. I'm not sure. This is the Salem Sisters Apothecary and Primrose Cottage Stitches. I love it, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, and I love the board it's on. I just don't know whether it's going to be too similar to the other one that I'm cross-stitching, with it being words. I don't know, I'm not sure. It's good though, isn't it? I like the jars and the birds on this one. So that was my huge haul from the lovely Kerry. And then what else did I get? Let me just open this. Oh no, there's more. Oh gosh. There is more. They're not all from Kerry actually. Maybe they were all the ones from Vinted. And then I got more. Oh my gosh. There is a lot of patterns. I'm so sorry everyone. There is a lot of patterns. So yeah, this is also from Kerry. When we'd been speaking, she said she had more patterns. So I was like, right, okay, let's go for it. This one is interesting though. So this is Plum Street Samplers, and it's a bowl full of scaries, scary one, which is great. So it can be, again, it's another little cushion. But what I love with this is it's the whole pack. So I've never had a kit before. So I'm absolutely delighted because it's got your linen, it's got your threads, and it's even got the chenille trim that will go around the edge. So yeah, absolutely delighted with that one, because like I say, I haven't had a kit, and it will be really nice to just know that everything's in there. It's got everything with it. There's no worrying then about finding things, is there? A Murder of Crows from La Di Da again. So again, there's just small cushions. I say small cushions, but I don't know whether it's just me. They'll still take hours, won't they, to make? There's still a lot of stitches in there. So even though they're small, they're not just a quick, well, they won't be for me. I don't know how quick anyone else is, but they won't be quick for me. Then we've got another one, the Blue Flower. So this is Spooky Autumn Smalls, and by the Blue Flower. Different, even though they're Halloween, they are actually quite colourful. Mind you, I don't think I'd do them on that colour fabric. Maybe I would have to change. I know I said before that I don't really change much, but I might have to change the fabric in that. I'm not too sure. I don't know whether I'd do them in that colour, but they look fun, don't they? Oh, thank goodness you'll say something that's not Halloween based. But it is Easter, so I know we're a bit out of season, but like I say, if I do them, I can get them done, can't I, for next Easter. So this is it Annie B's Folk Art, and it's the Blooming Bunny Trio. So that's the pattern. I turn it that way and you can see them. They're lovely, aren't they? I'm a bit crazy. I do like to decorate the house for themes. So like I always decorate at Easter, and then I'll always decorate for Halloween. Yeah, I don't know whether Alfie appreciates it anymore, since when we get to high school in September it might all change. Then he might not appreciate Mum going crazy decorating the house, but I'll still probably do it. I still like to have a table, especially for Easter. So we've got in the dining room, there's a long table that runs, just a thin table that runs down the back, with a couple of bits and bobs on there. And I always like to decorate on that, and then I'll always put like little treats and goodies and all the little Easter eggs and things on there. So I think they'll look gorgeous, added to my collection of craziness. And then I'm just thinking, I don't know whether I got this one. I think this one I might have just got off a Facebook de-stash group, which again I was thrilled about because it's a Brenda Gervais one again, and it's Christmas at Winterberry Cabin. Oh, I think that is such a lovely design. It's quite I don't know, it's quite old-fashioned, isn't it? And it's not like, they're not like cartoony type, like he looks like a proper Santa. But yeah, I like that. That's a pillow. And the last one, yay, this is Heart in Hand, and this one is called Autumn Medley. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of these, but I just thought that was quite nice. So it's sweet treats, friends to meet, pumpkin fun, autumn's come. So yeah, I like that one. That'll be nice framed as well. So that is it with all of my haul. So I think I probably have enough patterns to see me through, I don't know when, and I'm still eyeing up more, which is dangerous. And I forgot to say as well, I had actually, with my Stacy Nash phase, I have got these as well, which I've not started at the moment, but I've got Dr. Raven. I think I've shown him before, but I've kitted it up now, so I've got the threads, and I picked that grey. I thought that was that would work well for him. Not that you're going to see much of the material. I thought that'd be quite a nice colour. And I still haven't started, so I know I'd shown you a while back the velvet pink pear needle book, that Stacy Nash one. So it's the little hedgehog, and it's got the velvet on the back. So I've got everything. I've got the Lady Dot Creates velveteen, because I kitted it all up. So when I was at the stitchery, Sarah sold them and sold everything, so I got all the threads from her and everything. Picked the linen. I've gone for, let's have a little look, gone for that pink, which I don't know whether you can see in the light. It's just a very oh my gosh, my word's going again. A very pale pink, which is Sandcastle. Haven't got, is that Fox and Rabbit Sandcastle? I'm not sure. Could be Fox and Rabbit, I'm not too sure. It could be a Week's Dye. So I've got those that are all kitted basically and ready to go. I haven't started them. That's everything with cross stitch. Whew, wow, there was a lot. For anyone that's interested, I will show a little bit of embroidery, because like I say, I've been getting a lot of love for the embroidery, which has been lovely. And for anyone that was interested, pretty much all of my embroidery are always Nikki Franklin's kits. So that is the Stitchery. She's got a website. She's based down in Northampton. She's amazing. She's a dear friend. Her and her sister Sarah are the most lovely, beautiful, crafty, gorgeous girls you can think of. They're wonderful. And there's just something about Nikki's embroidery. So when I very first got into embroidery, it was little fly, sorry. It was one of her patterns that I'd got. I think it was actually in a embroidery magazine. It was again, it was just in the magazine, and that's where my love. I stitched that, fell in love with it, and then that's where the love for the stitchery came from. So basically everything that Nikki creates, I either buy or have FOMO because it's gorgeous. There's just something which is weird really, because what I embroider, I don't know whether anyone else finds this, but what I embroider is nothing like what I would cross stitch. So they're very, very separate. Like I was saying about my cross stitch, a lot of it seems to be like Halloween or quite dark, quite spooky or gothic-y. Whereas Nikki's embroidery is the complete opposite. It's all such like beautiful, pale, pastel-y. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I like the difference, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm waffling on, going off the subject now. So basically, Nikki's just done Christmas in July. Every July, Nikki does she goes live, she shows you all the Christmas kits that are available. Anything that was from last year, because basically she has an advent box. Every year, every Christmas, she does an advent box. She does, it used to be 12 days of Christmas, I don't know whether she's still calling it that, and a Christmas Eve box. So there is normally 3 boxes that she releases for Christmas. All new, all exclusive patterns. And then the following July, anything that was in those boxes gets released. So all the patterns that I got in my advent box will all now be for sale on her website, all released, ready for you to buy. So you can buy a singular pattern, you know, if you didn't sign up for the advent or you missed out, or you don't want to sign up for such a big box. Wait till July, see what you like, order whatever patterns you choose then, whatever takes your fancy. So I know some of the things I'm going to show you now that have been older boxes, I know I've checked this morning, they are on her website now. If you are interested, obviously, if not, then that's fine. But if you want to go over and check her stuff out anyway, all the Christmas stuff's on there now, and there's absolutely loads of it. So what I'm going to start with is, it's called Nordic Winter, and this was from 2003. Now I can't remember whether this was an advent or this was a 12 days of Christmas one, I'm not sure, but this is on her website now. So what happens is, there's small, you normally get a book, a gorgeous proper book, well, not, yeah, like a paper book, and you flip through, and each page has the picture and the pattern on and all your instructions for that design, and then it's entirely up to you how you finish it. Nikki's very generous, everything's included, so obviously there's all your threads, all the linen, normally spare linen for backing, for whether you want to make them into pillows, you can make them into a large, you can do whatever you want with them, but everything's included in there. So this was how I made my Nordic Winter. I like to keep them, because I've got an awful lot as well, because I've been collecting Nikki's stuff now for years. I've made a lot of them into hearts, I've made a lot of them into pillows, and I was getting to the point where I thought, oh gosh, you know, I don't know what, there's only so many pillows you can put out on display, isn't there, or only so many hearts that you can hang. So I've kept all of these I'm going to show you now, I've kept in big pieces. I've made loops at the top, and I've bought, well, I'll show you it and you'll see what I mean, but I've bought this cord thing to hang it. So these get hung up every year. So that's the cord and the loops that I'm talking about, and then it just gets hung up. So I don't know the best way to show it, I'm sorry, I have to stand. So that is, I don't know if you can see it, I'm so sorry, it's not giving you a very good a very good view, is it, if I stand back there? Can you see that? That is a Nordic winter. So you get the gist. I'll come closer. If I show you it like that, so obviously there is the bunny or the hare, some like Nordic style trees, the mittens. So basically, if you can see on the back as well, I've wadded it, and I presume, I don't quilt, but I presume this is like what you would do if you were a quilter. So I've added wadding inside and whizzed around all these squares, and then obviously backed it with another piece of linen and made these loops for it to hang. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you can understand. There's some little houses, an angel, a jumper, oh, like a little deer, a star, Santa Claus himself, some baubles, a lovely little Nordic style bird. What's the last one? Oh, and a scarf and hat. So yeah, I'm sorry that there's no easy way to show that, but you get the idea. Yeah, so like I say, this kit is now on her website, even though that was from 2023. That was from. So you can go and buy the kit, and like I say, it's entirely up to you what you want to do with that. But I just thought I'd show you it, and seeing as I don't want to be so morbid, because we are in jolly July, I might not be stitching anything jolly, but I thought I can definitely show you something jolly. Now this one, let me just check. Okay, so this one was last year's. I think it was the Advent. I'm sure it was last year's Advent, and it's called Christmas Alphabet A to Z. This is on her website. Again, I've checked this morning, it's there. So Nikki has done the whole alphabet A to Z, and each letter, obviously you embroider whatever the little design is. Now I've seen Nikki's at the stitchery. Hers are gorgeous. So she's made them up, and she's actually backed hers on little tiny pieces of that. Is it the rag paper? I've shown it on here before. I've used for some of my embroidery work. She's put them all on these tiny cards and put them in a tin. So hers are all in this gorgeous little tin. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted mine on display. And I know this is a bold statement, but I think that this is probably one of the most beautiful, adorable things I have ever embroidered. So again, I've hung it. This time I've used pieces of ribbon. But look at that. So it's not quite as big as the other one. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. And I don't feel like you can get the whole vibe. It's so much better in person. But yeah, so basically we've got A. So A is for angel, B is for bauble, C is for candle, and obviously it goes on and on. Obviously holly. Oh, look at the G for gingerbread. So the little gingerbread man, but he's got his big bow. His little eyes are there somewhere. And then that's just like a material gingham bow. Oh yeah, look. It's just king. Oh, I hope you can get the I hope you can see how truly gorgeous. Oh, for Robin. Wreath. Oh, Z for snoring for the night time. Yeah, this is definitely by far one of the most beautiful things that Nikki's created. It works. For me, it just works. It's just Christmas. Oh, piece of like the poinsettia. It's lovely. So yeah, this is available on her website now. Again, it's the full kit. So you get loads. There's so much stuff. All the different threads. Loads, absolutely loads. And this one was really interesting as well because it wasn't a book. It's not a book form, these patterns. So this time round, they are cards, pieces of cards. And Nikki's even included a singular hole punch. So you punch your hole in each card as you go along and put them on a big ring. So you know, like your floss drops, when you put all your floss on a hoop, the rings, all of your cards go onto one of them. So you can like flick through. I mean, if you wanted to, imagine making like a little singular one for like a gift tag. Oh, gorgeous. So that's the alphabet one. And then there was one more, but I only had a very quick look through her website this morning and I couldn't see this one. That doesn't mean that she's not got them, or you can contact her and ask. I honestly don't know. Now this one was, I don't know when this one came out, and I'm pretty sure this was a 12 days of Christmas. So I don't think that this was the Advent. And this is, so this one is actually based on the 12 days of Christmas. So the song, do you remember, on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me? I've got a battery pack because this one actually does have lights, so that will light up. Again, I'll just try and stand back for now to give you an idea. Oh, it's really large, this one. Sorry if you can't see it very well. I'll come closer in a minute, but I'm just giving you the idea. So that will hang up on our wall at Christmas. And this one actually includes the type. So I've done these on the typewriter, so it will actually say, so like on the first day of Christmas, sorry, I've just realised you can't see there, I don't know how I was holding that. A partridge in a pear tree, so 2 turtle doves. So it will say, there's the partridge in a pear tree, 2 turtle doves, is that 3 French hens? Gosh, it's hard to remember the song when you're not singing it. 4 calling birds, is that 5 gold rings? I'm not going to sing it. I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't inflict that pain on anyone. But yeah, you get it. You get the gist. Is that the dance? The dancer dancing. The maids are milking. Is that the swan? 7 swans. Lord's leaping. Don't know what he's doing at the bottom. I can't read it like this, I'm sorry. And then the drummer, what is it? Who have we got? 11 pipers piping and 12 drummers drumming. So there you go. I hope you can see that okay. And like I say, I'm sure it probably doesn't do it justice, and the work that went into that. But my gosh, they are just the most beautiful pieces. And obviously, I mean, they're a lot of work. They are, I'm not going to lie, they're big kits. They're a lot of work. But once you've got them and once they're done, you know, they come out every year now. They're going to, you know, get hung on the wall, and they're just beautiful. Well, I think they are anyway, but I'm biased because I absolutely love anything that Nikki makes, really. I just think her style's just spot on. Absolutely gorgeous. So I have rambled on for about an hour and a half. If you stuck with me, my gosh, thank you. You deserve a medal. Oh no, I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you enjoy watching my videos and watching what I'm working on. And anyone oh, if anyone does subscribe or like or comment, you know, it really does mean the world to me. I'm not one to come on and start saying, oh please, you know, subscribe and things, but it really is, it's lovely, and it's so nice to watch a small, what I started so small and obviously so new to the well, the whole Flosstube and cross stitching world. So it's to slowly grow my channel means an awful lot to me, it really does. So thank you, each and every one of you. Anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, please feel free. Message me. I'm over on Instagram. You can email me. Any advice, any help with my linen choices, anything at all, let me know. I'll link everything that I think that I need to link down below in the description bar. And I'm not too sure when I'll be back. Like I say, I don't have a specific date or time or anything. I just kind of come on as and when, really. It depends how much I feel like I've got to show you and that I can keep talking about. But yeah, so thank you all so much. Thanks again for joining me. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Wishing you all best wishes. Please think of me next week when my little boy leaves home for a couple of nights, and I won't know what to do with myself, will I? And take care. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.